Listen, we got breaking news to discuss involving the Charlotte Hornets. Lamelo Ball, NB1, the one of one, is going down. Listen, I ain't gonna say no more. The Charlotte Hornets are, they gonna do big things. They are live from Durham, North Carolina. We all know what's going on out there in Chapel Hill. And we all know what my man Dex loves to say, all access Tobacco Road. Shout out to Duke University. The Charlotte Hornets are doing big things out there right now as training camp is underway. You clearly see a different shift here in this organization. Clearly the new ownership, the new organization from top to bottom. Peterson, we all know what's going to happen. He's put the right people in place. Charles Lee is taking over the helm here, and you didn't see this kind of stuff going on prior to these guys coming around. But like I said, it's here, and I expect big things from Lamelo. We all know what's going on with my man B. Millie, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, Nick Richards. We're going to be going on for days. Listen, I repeat, the Charlotte Hornets today, have announced plans to, have training camp at Duke next month, y'all. And this is big stuff, and Mark Williams, we all know the kind of, big man that he is and that he's going to become. I think this is perfect for him, but it is what it is. But make sure y'all buckle up. I love the fact that the Charlotte Hornets are going to, really pick it up, in my humble opinion. I really think that the Hornets are going to take their game to the next level because, listen, they have no choice. I don't think anybody on this organization could go forward with another debacle of a season. I mean, could you imagine? And we all know these guys are good young men, on and off the court. But at the end of the day, as a team collectively, they have to make things happen. But it is what it is at the end of the day. But the Charlotte Hornets, I repeat, will conduct training camp, live from Tobacco Road. I'm very excited for this, announcement. And here at Flight Sports, make sure you stay tuned. This is the first time the Hornets will hold a camp away from the Novant Health Training Center since 2019, when they spent 4 days on the other end of Tobacco Road at Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill. Charlotte is setting up shop, like I said, in Duke's 56,000, square foot indoor athletic facility, which also housed the Brooklyn Nets training camp in 2013 and 2015, thanks to the pull of former Blue Devil forward, Billy King, who we know at the time was running things with Brooklyn. So I mean, that's a big history lesson for you right there. We all know what's going on with Billy. We ain't gonna spend too much time. Like I said, the new regime is in place, y'all. Charles Lee. Like I said, just watch what he's gonna do. We all know his renovations. I don't know if people know what's happening. The Spectrum Center, they about almost finished up, so they got a lot of good things that's happening. But it is what it is. The foundation is there, for the Hornets to, take it to the level that we all want them to take it to. We seen his counterparts, the Anthony Edwards of the world, the Tyrese Halliburtons, and that's just Lamelo. When we start to look at my man Brandon Miller, this is year 2, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, last year he was on training wheels. People gave him grace. There won't be any grace this season, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Charlotte Hornets, he's going to get caught up in that pressure cooker. Last year, like I said, he was doing with a lot of grace. He was just the media darling, but this year, if he doesn't produce like they want him to, they're going to flip on him. We've seen it time and time again, and he wants to be Paul George. Last time I checked, Paul George, he plays on both sides of the ball. And I'm not saying that's not what Miller does or doesn't do, pardon me, but he has to pick it up on both ends, and that's what I think is going to be needed for the Hornets to get to where they need to get to. But it is what it is at the end of the day, man. It's flight sports. Mark Williams, he's going to be right in his backyard. Lamelo Ball, man, clearly the injuries sucked, and I think that has clearly negated them from actually getting to the playoffs, getting through to the play-in. When he was healthy, they was at the play-in, they was doing it. When he's unhealthy, they completely out the picture. And I think people need to understand that and notice that the Hornets was moving in the upward trajectory. Out of nowhere, all heck just broke loose, and then they just, things didn't go well. But it is what it is, man. I want to give some quotes. Mark Williams says, "I can appreciate the concern. I can understand where they are coming from. Last year wasn't the year we wanted to have. Me being in a good place, Melo being in a good place, all that is looking bright. We are excited and just ready for game one." So clearly they ready to just, get straight to it. And it's gonna happen. We spoke about this soon as the schedule was announced. We did a live shout out to Casual. This man, we talked about how he's gonna face off against Jalen Green. It's gonna be a good matchup against Houston on October 23rd. We will be live, and we ain't too far away from that encounter. So I mean, we're very excited here at Flight Sports. The Hornets roster right now is at 19. They did make some additions, y'all. It was Marcus Garrett, Keontae Johnson, Caleb McConnell, and also Joel Serrano. So these are the people that are joining the Charlotte Hornets. I don't know if the Hornets are going to try to move these guys via trade, look to do something else with them. Only time will tell. But it's going to be a $1 million question if the Charlotte Hornets could actually, get to where they need to get to. And that's what I want to see, y'all. So I like the shake up that's happening. I like how after they shake things up, they're going to be returning to a new facility, a new building. It's basically a renovated building, pardon me. But, sometimes you got to redecorate things. So, sometimes in your house when things is going left, it's time to change the furniture around. Move the table over there. Move the couch over there to that side. Hang the pictures on that side of the wall. Move the TV over here. Sometimes you got to do that. And that's what the Charlotte Hornets are doing right now. They're rearranging furniture. And they have got the right people in place. The personnel is, I believe, better than I've ever seen it, in a very long time. And I'm not saying that they're world beaters or nothing like that, but I do believe that the Charlotte Hornets, are going to be able to take their game to heights that we want to see. And like I said, time is going to tell y'all this is going to be a big year. Do not touch that dial. Like I said, training camp is going to be epic. You don't want to miss a second of coverage here at Flight Sports. We're going to be bringing an array of content, y'all. Lamelo Ball. This is a very exciting time, for the Hornets, man. I love this announcement. I love how the Hornets are keeping the people engaged of what's happening with them. But like I said, training camp is about almost underway. And we all know that they in the gym. We all know Melo and these dudes, they done hooked up. We seen it already. You understand? So they already got a pre-training camp thing going on. So, let's leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.